What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So today we're going to dive deep into the Pixel 7a's cameras, and we're also going to take another closer look at the Pixel 7a's camera settings. So normally when you have a camera from Google, we expect the bar is set so high from Google that we expect them to produce stellar footage and in all costs, stellar photos. We have set that limit to where they better do it, basically. And it better come out right. Well, with the Pixel 7a, there's no disappointment there. The Pixel 7a obviously is going to be a great device for taking photos, especially portrait photos. The front camera on this thing is absolutely impressive, folks. I have a lot of Pixels sitting right over there, and I've tested the Pixel's front cameras and rear cameras, and this front camera on this particular device, it's actually really impressive. I mean, I'm surprised at how impressive this front camera actually is. It's really, really, really nice. So I took some photos, the normal photos that I take around the office, a house or whatever, and a portrait shot here or there. And this phone is nothing short of, it belongs, it deserves the right to be called a Pixel, because these front-facing photos and rear photos, absolutely immaculate, right in line with the 7 and 7 Pro. But that's not a hard thing to accomplish because of Google's AI. So the 6A in turn also took great photos and things like that, and so does the 5A. I mean, it's nothing new. Even the 4A still takes phenomenal photos. So that's to be expected. It's to be expected that, hey, this phone should perform this way, and it deserves the right to be called a Google Pixel. So I'm not surprised that it takes these stellar shots. If I'm being honest, I'm not. It doesn't wow me too much that it takes these stellar shots. But what does wow me is the fact that this is priced below their current lineup, and it does the same thing. And this was the case with the 6A as well. So let's dig into the settings of the Pixel's camera, the Pixel 7a's camera, and take a look here. So portrait shot is something that obviously we all use at some point or another. Here are your options here. So I keep it set to auto for 90, and it comes default that way. And then you can have face retouching. That is an option too. That's all off. The timer's off, and then you've got the full image right there. So you can have it this way right here with a wide crop. But you see what that's going to do to it. So let's go ahead and go into more settings here. And then you have these options like this. You can choose three apps to share for your social media and things like that for video. I like that it has frequent faces, so it'll recognize this. And this isn't like new technology or anything like that, but again, we're considering where this phone is placed by Google. It's offering a whole bunch. Now, you have advanced settings here, and I like advanced settings because it has all the functionality and options of a device that does not cost this low price right here. So you've got video efficiency, and I think this is really nice. You've got social media depth features. I think that's really nice. Let's not forget RAW and JPEG. You have a RAW and JPEG shooter there. And you can enable time-lapse or astrophotography and timer light as well. Very nice to have these options on here. Frame hints, I like that it has that on there. I normally have my grids on, but I just didn't turn them on. And then again, full resolution here. You can choose medium resolution or you can choose full resolution. I went on ahead and just keep it at full, and video stabilization. So going over to camera here, you can see these are the options that are available. And then we go to video. You can see here, you still have the standard lock, active, and cinematic pan. The cinematic pan is beast mode. If you've never used cinematic pan, highly suggest that you do. You go down here on the top left up there, here's your options here. So you can have the enhanced speech on, but only at the 30 frames per second for 4K. So when you switch it to 4K 60, turns it off. Yeah, it even tells you 430 frames per second only. So that's something that you might want to take note of. If you're a 4K person, you're gonna have to use the 4K 30. But the advantages of this is not using 60 frames per second. In that respect is that you get to have the most steady video. 4K 30 is a really steady video, and I think you're really gonna like that when you finally see it in action. And I'll do lots of content. I'll show you more stuff probably on my car channel. I'll put more content out there because I always tell people on the car channel, if you're on my tech channel, and if you hear from the tech channel, this is the device that I'm using to record. If I'm not using my GoPro or my DJ Osmos or anything like that, or a drone, I tell you what phone I'm using at the time. So this is really, really nice here. And I just really can respect how Google packs so much into their software for their cameras, because they know this is what people are going to want to really hone in on. If you know Pixels, it's all about that phenomenal footage and getting the best out of your camera when you expect that. Even if the price is lower in price, people expect Google to produce some of the best footage ever. And this phone does not disappoint. It is, in fact, superior to a lot of phones in this price range. When you're talking about just raw camera footage, this thing is superior to tons of cameras and on phones in this section. Some will deny it, some will agree with it. I hear you. In my opinion, of having tons of phones in my possession right now, this one is superior to a lot of them. It is just a phenomenal phone for photos, and video is great. And that was an area where people always talked about Google not having the best video. Well, now they've proven themselves. They have great video. This isn't a secret anymore. The overheating issue, you haven't heard me speak about it because that's not an issue with this phone, at least not in my experience right now. Overheating on some of the other Pixels that came out was a thing. People have something to talk about, I think, and that's what they do. So for me, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the cameras on here. I didn't think I wouldn't be, but I just know that if you're in the market for a Pixel and you want what's considered the latest and greatest from Google, this is now another option for you. And I can tell you, you will not be disappointed. So I hope you guys enjoyed the camera portion of this phone that I'm checking out for you. I'm blown away at how well Google has put this device together. The hardware is, as it slides off the desk, the hardware is absolutely beautiful. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. How do you like your Pixel 7a's cameras? If you don't have one, hit the link down below and grab it.